Why is putting such an enigma? I mean, there's so much going on. We got aim bias, how our putter aims, right? We got motion bias, how that putter's moving around space-time in motion. We've got speed issues. We've got path issues, right? We got friction issues of the green. We've got green reading and targeting scenarios. So we can understand how and why putting can be so complicated. But I want to talk to you about a concept that I call the 4 quadrants. And I think it'll help shed a little light on what you do and how you do it. Maybe you could do a little study on yourself, get into each one of these 4 quadrants and see which quadrant you're most proficient in, and then start relating it back to your aim bias and maybe your speed bias and path bias, what you do in each one of these quadrants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a plus here, right? And then I'm going to put a circle inside of that, okay? That's the hole. So this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, 3, and 4, okay? So if I have a predicted putt that's going to break, right, and I have a predicted aim point, right, here's my aim point, right, where I should be aiming, right? Right here, I could be aiming way left of my aiming point. So how would I get a putt into the hole? Am I going to hit it harder to get to a higher line? No, I'm not. I'm going to actually manipulate path to push my face angle more to the right. So in this quadrant, being a left aimer, I'm probably going to use path to redirect to make a putt, right? Now I got the right to left putt coming uphill, right? My true aim point is right here, and I aim a little more left than I should, right? Now I'm going to actually maybe hit it harder because I can do that on an uphill putt. Right? I'm not going to manipulate path as much as I am going to manipulate speed. I'm going to smoke it, right? So I'm going to use speed in this quadrant. Now I have the opposite. Now I just this fine line between right to left and left to right. Now this putt is going to break left to right. I have an true aim here, but I aim farther left. Am I going to hit it harder like I did over here to get to a higher line? If I did that, I'd miss the putt completely, right? So now I'm going to manipulate path. I'm going to push to the right. So I'm going to be a path person in this. So in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2 or 3, I am a path manipulator. And now here we are in quadrant 4, right? I got my aim here, true aim. I'm aiming a little left of that. And what am I going to do in that quadrant? I'm going to manipulate speed because, again, I can't hit it harder to get to a higher line. I have to I can manipulate path, I'm going to manipulate speed, right? So I'm going to hit it really soft and die it into the hole. So I'm going to be a speed putter here. So I'm a path putter in quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. I'm a speed putter in quadrant 4 and quadrant 2. So that also adds to the complexity of putting. What do I do in these specific zones? And if you're not cognizant of what your biases are, what your speed and path biases are, and then you put yourself in 4 different quadrants, you can see, boy, we could get a myriad of different things going on. It's pretty crazy. So understanding, fixing aim starts to fix all these biases that need to happen in these quadrants. That's why the aim portion of fitting is so important, because then it allows us to focus on our speed and path being real neutral and cognizant. And so just wanted to let you know, this is the exact opposite if you're a right aimer, right? If you're a right aimer, you're aiming high to the right instead of left of your, so you manipulate speed more here, and you manipulate path in these 2 areas here. So I hope this helps. Go test yourself in your quadrants. Go to a right to left downhill, left to right. Do the same distance, from the hole, and hit a bunch of putts. Write it down. Create a little plus and a little quadrant sheet for yourself, and then test. I make more putts in my right to left than I do in my left to rights. Why is that? I would venture to say it's got a lot to do with the aim bias, and it's going to have to do with obviously your path bias, and this will all affect your green reading and your visualization. So having a greater understanding of what you do in the 4 quadrants will make you a better putter.